Here's how to play Sector in just under 3 minutes. Starting with the center stage, where players begin on their pedestals and simultaneously move a number of spaces equal to their movement stat, which is right here. Oh, and this thing goes up after we move. If you land on one of these tokens, discard it, and based on the letter and color, grab an associated item. Combat happens when you land in the same space as another player, or in range of a player with a ranged weapon, like I am with Zoe, again. She rolls a die, and of course it hits because the die value, -1, is less than her dexterity, and deals me 4 damage. To get off the center, move to one of these locations. Peel the corresponding sticker, and put the pawn on that spot. While everyone else is still messing around the board, you're getting a head start on finding water by moving to an adjacent location every turn. Also, when this thing hits the volcano, everyone on the board is dead. When everyone is off the board, it's the game stage. First, everyone moves if they'd like, decreasing stamina and fortitude to do so. Each time after someone moves, players do a location check to see if they're in the same spot. Because Todd is on F, that means he's on a forest tile, so he grabs the forest terrain token, and then compares with other players to see if any of them match. If they match terrain types with another player, then they compare rings. Because Todd's one ring out from the center, he grabs the 1, and then shows those players that he matched with to see if they match again. If they match again, then they compare quadrants, corners here. So Todd's in 4, so he grabs 4, and compares with the players again. If they match this final time, then that means they're in the same location, just on different maps, and they're gonna have to fight. But before they fight, other players can continue moving until they end up in the same spot as another player, or they run out of stamina. And once everyone stops moving, there's an event card. Now players in the same location can fight. Move them to the distance oval of the combat board, and the player with the higher fortitude and dexterity goes first. During combat, players can reduce their fortitude by 1 to do any of these actions. After combat, players discard their remaining fortitude and perform these actions to help them survive in the arena. So Todd's going to spend his 2 fortitude to do a hunt action and a forage action. After everyone is done performing actions, reduce the food and water levels by 1. Refill fortitude and stamina back up to the green value, and increase the round counter by 1. When the round counter reaches a fog icon, the fog comes in. First in the outer ring, then to the middle ring, then to the inner ring, forcing all players back onto the center game board. Then for every round after, the fog moves in 1 ring on the center game board. The fog is deadly to players, forcing them to run back toward the center for a final battle.